All right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and will rest therein. The name of this here video is going to be titled Time to Talk. If you have any questions, or you might have answers to questions, you might can tell us something. It's time to talk. So anyone that's out there that has something to talk about, that they want to just bring forth and let us talk about it and discuss the topic. And if you have any questions for Sister Deborah or questions for someone on in the live chat, let's just do an hour or so, just talking and hearing what others have to say about what's going on, or what's taking place, or something that maybe the Most High has spilled over into your heart to be able to share with us. The body of Hamashiach, which many call the body of Christ, is consists of many. So we all in it together, whether we know it or not. And we portray we just one person and it's just one connected to Yah, but that's not true. We are we are many, okay, in the body of Hamashiach. So if you have any questions and you want to talk about something or discuss something, hello everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you. All right, Bahamas is in the house. All right. So if you have any questions and you want to discuss anything, you want to even touch base with someone that's saying something in the live chat, let's just talk it out. Let's just get together and just talk. Thank you. Happy Sabbath. Shalom, family. All right. Oh, no, never is it. It's never too late until you have taken your last breath. Oh, no. Is it too late to get a relationship with the Father? Never, never, never. You are here for a reason. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Let me tell you about that's how it was with me, as far as everything he dealt with me on was in my young life. Isn't that something? And throughout my life, you know, I can't really say that I had a horrible life, and I can't really say that I had a bad life either, because the hedge that he had around me, it was locked and I had no idea. I found out I had a hedge around me at the age of 58, when I kept trying to figure out why ain't nobody coming up on me. Why ain't nobody, why ain't they dealing with me on any level? And he began to tell me, because you got a hedge around you. I said, well, what is that why? I knew it was something. I knew, I didn't think of the Father having a hedge around me, but I was wondering, what is it that people don't bother me? People don't, they don't even say anything to me. No matter where I go, it's like when I open my mouth, people just sit and act like they fully indulged in what I'm saying. And they just be just marvel off of the words that comes out of my mouth. I remember this has happened to me several times when my mother got angry with me, because she's trying to figure out, why are you talking to strangers? Why are these people? It was, this is how it has been my whole life. You know, So it was something he had around me. But I believe anybody that has had struggles or hard time in their young life, I really believe they are someone in the Most High Yah special. I really do. Because it wasn't vain and vexed. What will be the purpose for you to go through something and not have an end to it? He said, ye though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, through it, I shall fear no evil. Why? Because you don't get stuck in it, but you go through it. And there's something on the other side. Because he said, ye though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That's life itself. And the hard times, and it doesn't, he didn't put an age to it, you know. So I believe anybody that has, any and everybody that has been through struggles when they were younger and they're able to stand today, you're standing for a reason. Good to see you. Oh, you a baby. Yeah. I've been so many dreams. Oh, yes. I believe you believe. And you young. You a baby. Oh, a baby. And I think, and you talking about how he spared your life because he knows that you are trying. Do you know what that trying is? That's that thirst. Remember, he said, he that thirst. You see, that's that thirst. And just because he might give you a sip, that don't mean you ain't continue to thirst. You remember the door? He said, knock. And he said, seek. And he said, ask. That's you trying. See, let me tell you something. There's not very many that's in the position that you are in to even say what you're saying. They would desire to have the right mind to say it like you're saying it. Because you first of all, you saying he spared my life. Right there, you're giving him the glory. You're giving him the glory. You already letting him know. You done spared my life. You know, I would like to know what is my purpose. And would you believe the purpose has always been there? It's always been there. It's hard. It's difficult. Oh, let me ask you something. Have you ever went into the closet? Have you ever went into the closet with him? And in that closet is where you just give up yourself. Just give it up. Your whole self. And let him take over. That closet, when you come out that closet, Sister Deborah asks you to do that 5 days in a row. Starting with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Go into the closet. And that closet is a place, and it's a secret place between you and him. And you're not allowed in there. You hear what I say? That closet is a place for you and him, but you not in there. So when you get in there, set that flesh down. Tell it ain't got no space here. It's not allowed. And let your inner man, which is your spirit, speak to your father. Try it 5 days. And when you come out them 5 days, let that last day, he's gonna have told you in your spirit. And he's gonna release things that has not been released within you. Go into that closet. 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday, when you go in there, when you come out, he's going to give you what you need to keep this race going, running. And the race, being so all is finished, you just got to go on to the finish line, baby. Go to the finish line. Because at the end of the race is the finish line. And that means where you get to the point where any and everything that you once was don't mean nothing. That's where you have to get to. And in that 5th day, Friday, when you come out the closet, and going into the closet is not a time that your flesh set. So you tell your flesh to get somewhere and sit down. You ain't gonna call nothing. It's when something inside of you said, come, let's go to the closet. And the closet is a special place between you. And when you go in there, with no doubt, no second thought, that he's gonna meet you there. And let him have your spirit the way he already has it. Let him commune with your spirit and let yourself go. Don't allow your flesh to go up in there. It's not allowed. It's going in there, but it ain't ruling nothing. It ain't saying nothing. It ain't going to do nothing. It's going to sit down and be submissive to your spirit. So your spirit can commune with the Most High Yah. You go in there with that mind, Yah set that flesh down for you. And when you come out on the 5th day, watch how you feel. And he give you more than you asked for. See, you got to get all that stuff shaken off of you. Because guess what, baby? Sister Deborah found out that it is finished. That means all our extra working and struggling, trying to make this right, trying to do this, trying to walk right, trying to talk right, trying to act right, it is finished. So all this stuff that people are saying and doing, it's all what you call circus. Everybody's in the circus with their clown clothes on and clowning at the circus. That's all it is. That's why Solomon was saying, oh man, if I die, I'm going to leave all this to somebody who don't even, in a sense, love or care for, or not. We're going to say love the way the world knows it, the Most High Yah. And they're going to end up inheriting everything I got. Oh man, all this is vain and vexed. That's what Solomon was saying. All that stuff is worthless. We got to get there, and let's go there. Let's try to get there together. Let's try to understand that Yah had this here all in control, and just because it's finished don't mean he's out of control or he don't have it in control. It's still in his hands and in his control. Don't go out trying to master Hebrew Israelite doctrine. Not one. Don't go trying to master what Sister Deborah is doing. Okay? Or Sister Deborah is saying. Know that the Father has something special for you and you only. And Sister Deborah cannot master what he has for you. What for you is for you. And only one can give it to you is him. And don't think that he ain't good at what he does, because he is. So on that Monday, you go in the closet. Tuesday, you go in the closet. We ain't going to talk about no time. We ain't going to say at this time and you're going to stay in there this time. Go in there and let the Most High Yah have his way with you. A lot of people don't even understand when he says seek, you shall find, ask, the door is open, knock. Seek, ask, and knock. That's in that secret closet, y'all. See, y'all didn't know that. I know y'all didn't know it. That's when you get in that secret closet. Ask him what you want to ask him. See, let your spirit cry out to him. No, you might get in there and might not know what's being said, but your spirit gonna come out and it's gonna tell your flesh, hey, I got a full meal deal. You gonna set your butt down and I'm gonna rule you, flesh, from my spirit. Okay. And that's the inner man. That's that inner, because really, wait a minute, somebody deleted your Yah's child, they deleted your message. Did you do that? They deleted your statement. Who did that? A lot of times with the crying why I pray, with the crying while you pray, you got to be very careful, because a lot of times our flesh will take us into a emotional roller coaster while we pray into the Most High Yah, because it wants us, our flesh wants us to get caught up in our emotions. But when you go into that closet, you got to shut that flesh down, because this I'm ready for my Father to communicate with me in my spirit. You see, he said the only way you can worship him is in your spirit. So the flesh ain't got nothing to do with it. So you have to bring, even when you bring a lot of emotions, you have to be able to divide it. Is it coming from the flesh or is it coming from the spirit? Okay. So if it can be coming from the flesh, because the flesh wants you to shut up. It don't want you to commune with the higher power. So one way it allow it would buckle up to start you to feeling emotional while you pray. You see? But you got to be able to feel this thing from the inner side, in the inner man. Have you ever cried in your spirit? Have you ever cried in the spirit? If that spirit is desiring, that's what I like, salvation to follow Christ. That's right. See, the most important thing is you already know who he is. Okay? You know who he is. He ain't who everybody said that he is. He is who he is in you. So don't make him be what everybody say that he is. You got to feel him for yourself as your Father. And it, no matter what you feel like in your spirit, man, he's going to be approved. He's going to approve it, because that's what he deals with you from that end. Now, you know who your Father is. And it don't have to be a name these people out here saying it is. You know, it don't have to be that. See, because if he's saying you worship him in spirit and truth, his name can be only found in spirit. So what are they saying? He didn't tell us that his name can be found out of our ugly flesh. His name can be found in spirit and in truth. And how is it in spirit? That name has to come out of the spirit realm. You see? Not in the flesh. That's why I was saying, when I go into the closet and I start praying, why is it the only word that I can take out of the closet is ahaya, 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 ahaya? And I know it so well because that's the only name. I might say it 15 times while I'm in there, while he's communing with me. And I said, well, sis, that's the only words I know. What is this? So that's what he showed me. Not showed me. He told me in my spirit, Deborah, you already had the name. And I'm like, what? Well, wait a minute. Deborah, the name is in you. When you come out of the closet, you take it out every time. I said, but that's the only word I knew. He said, because you had it all the time. While these people are running around here trying to make up all these names, baby, get the name that he gives you in the closet, okay? And if you come out that closet and you come out there saying and hearing what he's saying to your spirit, and you can hear it in your natural ears, take on with that. Run with that. Run with that. And he will lead you and guide you. Do you know one thing a lot of people don't want to talk about is when the Most High says, and I'm going to hold you blameless. You see, they won't tell y'all Hebrew Israelites that. They won't tell y'all what he means. You know what he talking about? Because he has predestined the beginning to the end. Okay? He knows who belong to him and who do not. Everybody that says Ahaya, or say Yahuwah are not his children. You see what I'm saying? Everybody is believing that because they are Hebrew, they are in there with him. No, you not. No, you not. Learn to go in the closet. One-on-one with him. Make your flesh sit its butt down. And you commune with the Father in spirit and in truth. And see what he has to say to you. When you get up, you're going to feel so good. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel refreshed. You're going to feel like, wait a minute, this is what you call living. Do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday. You saw that video? Which one was that? You also are a dreamer? That's good. That's good. So that's why I say, don't think that you don't know him. Okay? You know him. You just wants to put all the pieces together so you won't have to depend on Sister Deborah and nobody else. You want a one-on-one relationship with him. You're thirsting, okay, for that drink he speaks of all the time, that thirst. Okay, did you see the video, the whole video, or did you just see the one that I post? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we can talk about some of those dreams if you like. I think that if you're having the dreams and there are dreams that he's giving you, you're already hearing from him, okay? And there already is a relationship. What Sister Deborah is giving you the key to unlock to the fullness of the relationships and the dreams themselves, okay? So you going into the closet is not like a closet in your house. It's a closet in your spirit, okay? It's between you and him. It's like you going to, I tell you what, it's like you going to the throne. It's like you going to his throne. And there he is in this big old, oh, it's just so beautiful. He got this here white, pure white robe. And it runs over his feet. And he sits in this pure white glass throne. And you're going to the throne, but you know, I got to get to the throne, but I can't go without Yeshua HaMashiach. So when you go into his altar in the closet, always say, I'm coming in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Yeshua is the blood sacrifice that says I'm in there, and HaMashiach is your power who gonna bring me straight to your throne. So I got to come with Yeshua HaMashiach. You see, the only way that you can come to his throne. So when you go into that closet, make sure you recognize Yeshua HaMashiach, which the world calls Jesus Christ. You're taking that because the HaMashiach is Yah's power. Only one can bring you all the way to his throne is his power. Okay? So you got to include that. Oh, good. You went to the whole video? Wonderful. Wonderful. That is good. But what do you think? Tell me your thoughts. Yes, I seek and desire what is spirit and truth. I want to follow Christ and I want to be an obedient servant and be wise servant. That's right. I know I don't know it all. Don't you don't even want to know it all, baby, because I don't either. Okay, spirit and truth. Okay. First of all, he said that we can't worship him in this nasty stuff here. You see how Sister Deborah run her mouth? You can't worship him in this. You can worship me in spirit and in truth. What is spirit and what is truth? Truth give you. Truth is him. Spirit is him. We can't come through man's way to him. We can only come through him, through his truth through his spirit. Truth, spirit and truth is Ahia. Truth and spirit is a higher. Meaning, if someone's talking about something, if they not coming strictly spirit and truth. Let's set an example. Like he was dealing with me today. Let's set an example. You have many people believing that the fruit of the spirit is what they have, okay? What they have accomplished in life, what they have done in life, what they have inherited in this life, like houses and land and money and all of this stuff, and people having a large congregation. 99.9 that's on this devil platform includes there is subscribers and their likes to be their fruit, and that's what makes many of them go to the left, because they begin to believe that they are somebody because they have so many subscribers and likes. Okay, now they don't understand fruit of spirit of truth. I mean, spirit of fruit of the spirit of the truth. What do that have to do with Sister Deborah owning 100 acres of land? What do that has to do with me having 2 million subscribers? See, their mindset, they have been deceived to believe that tells you that they have the ability to be who they are on these devil platforms, to teach you, to lead you, and to guide you, because they have all these subscribers and these likes. None of that. What does Solomon say? Deborah is vain and it's vexed. It's worthless. They can get 1 million, 1 trillion of likes and subscribers. All it does is mess up their minds, because then they begin to be proud, boosters, uplifted, thinking they famous, thinking they, even famous people is doomed to hell, because that's all they worship. It's who they are to the world. See, and they don't understand that they are a carbon copy. So they get it mixed up and say, "Oh, who's that? The sick one dies. Oh, see, my work speak for itself. My fruit speak for itself. I'm building and I'm doing." Wait a minute. When did this land, all the guns you have, all the things you're growing on your land, represent the fruit of the spirit? This is what I'm saying. They got it messed up. Messed up from where? The flow up. Because they don't understand the fruit of the spirit is the same as the spirit of the fruit. It is spirit and it is truth. That's what he says. Try the spirit by the spirit. See, we want to serve him like he's a man, like he's somebody in the flesh. We want to worship him like he's some flesh, and we want to, and he ain't no flesh can even compare to who he is after he done made it all. But then we want to compare him to, no, he's not flesh, y'all. Everything, spirit and truth, it has to come from the spiritual realm. You see what I'm saying? Say, for instance, if Sister Deborah say something, you go back and you search the scriptures. If you don't see it, ask the Most High Yah, like my mother did. What is this my daughter is saying? What is this you saying to her? That next night, he had those thieves to come take her car and everything she had out on her front. See? I want to tell you wouldn't listen to me. Oh, you want to go to the Father and ask him. He said, you want me to show you what I was telling her to tell you? Bam, she woke up that morning, 5 a.m, all the car was gone, everything. That's what she's been warning you about. See, he don't have to come to you in the flesh. He don't have to come to you in the flesh. He comes through spirit. He comes through spirit. We have to get to know him that route. We need to not have thinking we know him through man or through Sister Deborah or to my father or to my teacher or to my pastor or to my priest or to my prophet or through the prophet. No, you got to learn to know him for yourself. Let's set an example. Right now, today, if something was to happen, do you think I'm going to come on YouTube or go check out them people on YouTube to see if they can help me and pray for me? No, I'm going to go strictly to the spirit of who? The Most High Yah. Ahaya, Ahaya. That's what I'm going to. Why? Because that's where my help is. That's where my real help is. I can't go nowhere else. If I'm in a car accident, you think I'm going to call my kids, call my mom? What? I better call my real help. Is he there? Yes, he is. He's spirit. He can stop any and everything. He can stop my leg from bleeding. He can restart my heart. He can do all these things. And this is where our mindset has to be. Stop following people. Don't follow Sister Deborah. Like what Paul say, follow me as I what? Follow Christ. A homicide. Follow me as I follow Christ, which is homicide. He ain't telling you to follow him and what he's saying and how he said. He said, come on. If you don't follow me in the spirit of who Christ is. And that's where we have failed. And it's okay. Because we can't even go back to clear it up, y'all. We got to take it from one day where we at and keep on running. Don't let these people put y'all in captivity because they look like they already have done it in so many ways. That's right. Peace. Sister, I want to say to you that everything, Dream Blue 7, everything you're talking about, to me, you will look at it and you say all this, and you say all that there. But to me, I look at that. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's a characteristic that you are in there. It's just, what are you willing to take it? Okay, you allowed me to come into the world like this. What am I to do from here? Come on now. You talk to him like you talk to nobody. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you don't have to go, oh, yes, sir. Oh, what? No. He already know your thoughts. So you go that route. All the things you've gone through needed to be. What it sounds like from what I'm reading, you're that one that's here for these last days, the voice that everybody needs to be hearing. That's how I see it. And you're looking for people to lead you. And you're supposed to be the leader. Father, y'all, it's finished, y'all. Oh, they into that conscious mind big time. The majority of the, not gonna say the majority of them, but a great number of those Hebrew men that had started messages and all this on YouTube, they go into that conscious thing now, a conscious mind. Oh yeah, they forgot about that. How that look, how that happened. But I know how spiritually how it happened is they never was on the right track, period. They was just coming to deceive the multitude that falls under the category of the great falling away. So they were just here for that. Because the great falling away already fell away. The Most High Yah, yes, right. Okay, and there you go with your health. Let me tell y'all something. There are so many people, especially young people, who are embracing and have accepted all kind of health issues and all kind of health problems. First of all, you need to go back, pick up the Bible, wait until the Ruach HaKodesh sit you down, but you got to shut up so you can hear him, and let him teach you the word in which fits that need. One thing you'll learn, and a lot of y'all don't understand, a lot of the sickness is of the devil. So a lot of you all are carrying demonic spirits and the devil along with you. Go back to the Bible and you will see Yeshua healing the Yeshua HaMashiach healing the sick. And the sick, they tell you sickness is, believe it or not, the work of the enemy. And when you claim it and you accept it, then you accepting something that's going to hold you back from moving forward toward the Most High Yah. Because you have accepted all this sickness and, oh, I'm so sick, I'm so sick, I'm so sick. And you really are. That's what the enemy has fed your flesh. That's why I said when you go in that closet, tell that flesh you ain't going in there. You're going to sit your butt right out here. And you're going to step into that closet and commune with the Father. And thirst to hear his response. Thirst for him and what he has to say. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of the sickness is of the devil. It is of the devil. And that's another way, along with him deceiving people, that's another way he gets you. It's a lot of people are having sickness issues, and this is the only way he can keep you away from holding a for sure relationship with the Most High Yah. Is he keep bringing sickness to tear you down, to bring you down to where you only can focus on your health and your body. And when you understand, it does not end with this body, y'all. And because they took what he created and made everything he said a lie. He said, when you're born, that's time to cry. But when you die, it's when you're time to rejoice. That's why I talk about no more suffering, no more pain, no more. You see, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. You see, we have to have a mindset that, okay, Father, is this what you're choosing for me? All is well. We have to have that mind. Once you do that, guess what the devil do? He'll take off running because he can't bind you anymore with sickness. He can't make you think sickness is bigger than you and your spirit and who Yah is. See, once that enemy realizes he can't play the sick or health on you anymore and your sickness, he takes off fleeing. But he be getting up out of here. Oh, it's time for me to leave now. That's just who he is. That's just who he is. He used that big time. What you think he did with Job? That's why if I can just get him where I want to sit. Ooh, not only that, let me get that flesh off them bones. He had to. He did all that he did. And it still wasn't good enough. Why? Because while he was pulling on Job's flesh, Yah was pulling on his spirit. Hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. See, and he still wasn't able to take his life. You all have to understand where is it that we give the world and flesh, because our worst enemy truly is our flesh, the strength to be over any and everything. Your flesh can't call your day out. Your flesh didn't call your way in. So how your flesh gonna call your day out? So that just shows you how we have given so much authority to our flesh and have not given anything to our spirit. Oh, yes, that's a lot of that. Talking and promoting. Yep. And it's getting big time too. Yep, don't accept it. Yep, they doing it big time. Y'all see they PayPal, they GoFundMe, and they what's that other one they got? PayPal. It's a lot of them they got on there, and they think it's about, and they don't have no problem with it. But you got to understand what Sister Deborah's saying. This kind of scared my daughter too. I was explaining to them, it's finished. That means anything that we think that needs to stop or that going to change, you messing up, because it's not. It's going to be what it is. We ain't gonna be able to change. It's going to be this way and keep getting worse and worse. It's not going to get better. See, a lot of us don't even understand when he come and collect his from the four corners. Okay, he's going to put us on a path through the 3.5 years in the wilderness. Okay, so therefore, in this here captivity, as long as we hear everything that they doing, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. But guess what else getting worse? Everything we're going to be doing that's wicked and evil, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. So don't think that. See, what they did when they opened this new found religion, Hebrew Israelite movement, men and women, they began to teach people that it was always somebody bothering them. Let me get to that point. When we say somebody's bothering us, they doing this, they doing this, they doing this to us, they doing this to, those are people who never believed the curse itself from a higher. See, when you don't believe that it was all about what he did, we don't want to accept that this was the creation of the Most High Yah as a curse to a people. They will never, men and women, I don't care who they are, they will never accept it. That's why he said, Deborah, they don't need to. It's finished. Let's see where they're going to walk in now. See, that's why they can't tell y'all that the 400 years been up. That's why they don't say anything anymore about it. Wait a minute, what happened to the 400 years? Why are we still here? The Gentile time is up. Why are we? Because they lied. They didn't give you the fullness. They didn't let you know that Deuteronomy 28 is in I think the fourth book in Torah. Okay? Meaning the first 5 books. It's way back there. Wait a minute. You mean he said that way back there? Where do you think Abraham was at? When he told him that they're going to go into a land. He already knew they was going to act up from the flow up. Here it is, 2022. Thousands of years later. His word has been fulfilled. And we're running around here trying to change his word. It's in heaven. It locks in him. These men can't teach it. These women can't teach it. Sister Deborah can't teach it. All Sister Deborah can give you is what he give her. And that's what spirit and truth is. And they don't have no problem on the Sabbath getting you ready, sitting there, and the word said this, and the word said that. No spirit and truth in it. No spirit and no truth. Because they don't want to wait for the spirit. You remember the day of Pentecost, how they waited and tarried and prayed for the Holy Spirit to come in? In this day and time, these people ain't waiting for no Holy Spirit to give them the message to give to you all. They're giving you their message out of their flesh wisdom, their flesh knowledge, and their flesh understanding. And they really believe they're doing the will of the Father. He said, Deborah is finished. She'll let them do what they want, what they think they're doing. Let them do what they think they're doing. So I say unto you all, it being finished is a good thing. It's a good thing because it's letting you, it's a way of saying, okay, it's finished, meaning everything that was and is and shall be, you have already nailed it. You have already complete. So what should I do? Okay, let me ask everybody in the live chat, what should you be doing? If the Most High says, if he come to you tonight and he said, it is finished, what do you think he's telling you? What would you think he's saying? It is finished. What is he? I mean, what is he saying to you? You have left. What? It is finished. It is beautiful, y'all. It ain't as worse as it might appeal to be. Let's see who's gonna get it right. It is finished. It is finished. Who can give me that answer? If the Most High visits you tonight and say, it is finished, what would you think your next step would be? Somebody in the live chat should be able to nail that one. Come on. One minute. Somebody, come on. Hello. Good. Everything went well? Okay then. All right. Bye-bye. Only somebody almost got it. Somebody almost got it. And it's beautiful, y'all. And even though, that's why I say it's important. It's so important. It is so important to really focus on just that. If Sister Deborah saying that the Father says finished, what does that lead us? What does that say to us? See, that's the question y'all should have been asking me. Yes, we can. Baby. Everything we're still saying is still focusing on me. It's what it was at the beginning. Why did he create us? Maybe that'll help you all out. Why would he create us? What was the purpose of him creating us? What was the purpose? Come on, y'all. We ain't that far from. Come on, somebody. Y'all gonna make Sister Deborah cry on this devil platform. No, but when you said accept, that means we have to do something. Worship him. Yes. Oh, hallelujah. All right. Ahaya. That's it. Thank you so much. It's to praise and worship him. It's to worship him. If everything is finished, what do we need to do? Focus only on him. As it was from the beginning. He created us to worship and serve him. That's all he wants us to do. He ain't asking us to go and steal this anymore. He ain't saying, Deborah, pull your scriptures out, tell them this. Do this and do this, do this. No. He said, it's finished, Deborah. It's finished. I knew it before it was. I knew it all. I seen it all. It's always been there. So I don't need nobody else to do nothing. But what they should have been doing from the beginning, worshiping, praising him. See, it ain't time. Repent is for us. For our flesh. We need to get out of us. We need to repent all the time. But we need to be worshiping and praising him. If it's finished, don't y'all think that's what time it is? To worship and praise him. That's it. He already did the redeeming. We can't even mess with that. He already did everything. So what makes us think that he need us to do everything after he says finish? That means there's nothing you can do, nothing you could have done then, but it's time to just worship and praise me. Because in what I'm seeing from the wilderness, this chaos, and it's going to get worse. What do I look like sitting here trying to teach people? Oh, but the Bible said this. It said do this and do this and do that. What would that be? Solomon's saying to me right now, Deborah, I told you, vain and vast. It's all worthless. That's what he's been saying to me. 6 months, Solomon been talking to my spirit about it's vain and vast, Deborah. And the Most High laid it down. It's finished. That means don't go around here, you all, trying to be something to y'all. You can't. You can't be nothing to him. You can't pay him off. You can't give him nothing. You can't walk for him. You can't dress for him. You can't comb your hair a certain way. You can't eat a certain way for him. Food is for the flesh. He wants what you got in your spirit to worship him. Praise and worship him is what he do. He was doing that from the beginning, and he's doing it to the end. So we are messed up from the floor up, thinking it's something we can do to make it right. All these here cults, these Hebrew Israelite movements are cults. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Places that manipulate you to believe in what they want to teach you, what they want to show you, and how they want to guide you. Cut it off. Anytime someone is teaching you anything that has nothing to do with you putting the Most High Yah on the highest pedal, the highest of the highest, his name is Ahia. We got to put him where he belongs and get our ugly self somewhere, sit down, thinking it's about our flesh. Because it's not. And I was telling you, sister, go into that closet. Fall down. And let him deal with your spirit. If we can't worship him in nothing but spirit, why are we trying to worship him in our flesh? Why are we trying to dress a certain way? Why are we trying to look a certain way? Why are we trying to eat a certain way? Why are we trying all these things that never happened since the Bible, since the beginning, nor the Bible ain't never done it right? Never, never. And if they come telling you they are alive from the pit of hell, that's the only reason why the Messiah came, to fulfill what never was able to be fulfilled. Ain't that sad? They lied again. That's all they learn to do is to lie. A lot of them, that's all they are. Get away from them, y'all. You can have a relationship with your father one-on-one. Stop that crap. If he had a relationship with me when I was 4 years old, that's as far as I can remember. I can really go back to 3, but I'm going to say 4. If he done had a one-on-one relationship, what would it look like me sitting here telling y'all, well, yeah, go to your pastor or go and join this here Hebrew Israelite or join this page on YouTube? No. The young man that talked about what he talked about, I loved his message, but you didn't see me tell you, go subscribe, go like. You better take your butt and start worshiping and praising the only one that we need to be praising and worshiping here today. That's it. It's finished. Let them go wherever they want to go, Deborah. You know it's finished. You know it. I might come to you in scriptures and I might show you this and I show you that, but when it all said and done, I'm going to always sum it up. It's finished. And here is the scripture saying that it's finished, even in this day and time. While they still trying to get you all to believe all they mess. If he said, what we're going to be judged that which from the flesh to the flesh and what from the spirit to the spirit. Okay. The judgment of the flesh is the sin. See, the sin. So who said that cause your head ain't covered, it's a sin? You see what I'm saying? Sick. Just sick. Y'all, the Most High said that it's finished. And I thank him for that. So only thing left is what was from the beginning. The whole purpose of his creation. If he said it's finished, the only thing left. If he telling me, okay, Deborah, it's finished. I'll say, okay, what am I going to do? Praise you then, Father. I'm going to praise you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm going to praise and I'm going to worship you. You all that answer. Thank you. You're excellent, Father. You're wonderful, Father. Start feeling that thing down in me. Why? Because that's where he rests. You think I'm going to run back to Torah and try to master it? You crazy. You think I'm going to go back to the New Testament and master it? You crazy. I'm not going to go to the Old and master it. You crazy. Everybody want to teach this thing and nobody want to walk there in. They sit here hooping and hollering, telling you how to do it. And the Most High want me to tell you they ain't never followed it. If they didn't follow it, and what makes you think they following it today? And I just told you it's worse than yesterday. So what makes you think that you're going to be able to follow what they couldn't follow in the old? You're going to come up in the year 2022 and walk all in. And you better follow your way to learning how to praise and worship him, because that's all that's left. So you run your tail out here. It's worse as it is. It's midnight. It is midnight out here, y'all. It is. That means it's no playtime. So if you want to walk your butt up in this midnight and sit around here and try to find something to make your flesh feel comfortable, you mess up. If you better try to find a relationship with him in your spirit being and learn to worship and praise him when you get up and when you go down. When you got any idle time that your mind can think, just tell him how good and how excellent he is. Start feeling how good he is. Start speaking it. Start believing it. Because ain't nothing left but to worship him. I'm going to tell you all something. Listen to this. That's what happens. That's what happens. Finding something that ain't even worth looking for. And didn't ever think to just run there to the Most High Yah. Is this what everybody talking about, ain't they? And everybody talking about Yahuwah, Yeshua, HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, oh God, oh. So why is we running away from him to man and woman and not running to him to see what he has to say? Why ain't we listening to what he said? Why ain't we wanting to hear from him? He said you can't worship him through this YouTube and your pastors, your teachers, your evangelists. You can't worship him through your prophets and your prophetess. You can't worship him in that way. And guess what? He ain't never sung now for you too. Y'all didn't know that either, did you? It was always you are to create it. Now just imagine, you are created first and foremost to worship and serve him. That outright being a husband, that outright being a wife, that outright being a daughter or a son, a teacher, a mother, a prophet, a prophetess. It outright everything. So guess what? If he's telling this old lady it's finished, I better go where I know where it started in the beginning, praying and worshiping and serving him. If it's finished, where else must I go? See, and that's what has happened. Midnight has hit, and everybody trying to find cover somewhere because a man said you need a covering. Okay, if a man said I need a covering, when they come to take my life, I bet his tail won't cover it. You see what I'm saying? If it come to take his church life, how much you bet he's gonna run the other way and let it take the church? You see, y'all just don't get it. But the only one gonna cover you is the one that you serve and you worship. And he covers all things with the right hand of his power. So why are we running around trying to mimic the ways of man? Trying to do it their way. Trying to make it look like they look. Let it look ugly. Let it feel ugly. So what? I'm not going to dress like you tell me. I'm not going to look like you tell me. I'm not going to talk like you tell me. I'm not going to walk like you tell me. I'm not going to eat like you tell me. Get out of my face. It's time to worship and serve the only living Ahia. If it's finished, that's all I have left. What more do I have left, y'all? I don't have nothing left. If he tell you, okay, Deborah, it's finished, well, where do I go from here? Go back to where it started. Worshiping and serving me. Because anything else is finished. That's what Solomon was saying. A lot of people didn't understand why Solomon went over there all on the deep end. Solomon couldn't handle it. And that's most men. Most men can. Moses got so fed up, he started wanting to be the sacrifice for the people. He couldn't deal with all what they were all doing, and he had to keep running back to the Father. Then going back, telling them and all the things that they doing. They was off the chain. Moses was like, okay, tell you what, just take my life for them. Father said, no, I don't rumble that way. You see, I'm going to take their lives. Don't come to me with that. That's why his tail didn't make it to the promised land. You want to die for them? Oh, no. I don't rumble that way. You see, he's just letting them know, because you get to the point, y'all. You get to the point where you see exactly what Solomon said. It's vain and vast. Everything is worthless. And it really is. So this is what the Father is saying. Deborah is finished. It outrides Solomon. It outrides Moses. The finish that the Most High is talking about. Hey, that means that, okay, Deborah, you done told them it's midnight. They see it's midnight. They don't see all this chaos out here. They don't even see how much danger is right before them. They sitting there walking like it's a sunny day. It's time to party. It's time to have a good time. They think because they don't hear about the V and all that. He said they really thinking they don't even know. I told them the storm is going to cease, and then all of a sudden that's when chaos is going to break out. He said everything is just building up to its highest, and it's already there. No one cares about it's about to burst. He said nobody don't care about that. They don't care about that. Deborah, you can sit and tell people all day and all night about repenting. You think they care? See, this is the Father talking to me. So when he's telling me stuff like that, he's saying, now, look, it's finished. In a sense that don't put your heart, you know how you are. Anything somebody need, anything somebody want, you always there to feel that you got to help people. Let me tell you something, baby. It's over. It's over. Don't try to get a good message. Just give them what I give you if you choose to do that. And if you choose to do it, you're doing it out of worshiping and serving me. And not yourself, not your page, not your likes, because I could give a rat's behind, because it's finished. I believe you all, I believe him, and I always have. Just imagine being 4 going in the room or down in the basement talking to him like he was right there. I believe it because I used to have power, y'all. I could move a mountain. Do you hear me? I can call things that was to be. I used to have that type of power within me as a young girl, even as a teenager. Don't mess with me. You see, I had it. I saw it. Right now, I still have it. I still have it. Nobody bothers Sister Deborah. Let me tell y'all what happened. Let me hear what someone else is saying. Let me tell y'all what's happening. They're coming on my page, questioning me about this one lady called Carrie Care, or whatever her name is. She says she's a prophet. And they came on my page and sent this picture and asked me, Pastor Dow, what do you think about this message? Have you looked at this message? Give me your input about this message. What makes you think I answer to y'all? What I gave that young man is what the Most High gave me. I ain't got nothing for you. So get on out of my face. Don't come on my page telling me what Carrie Care said to me. And don't come on my page telling me what. And they showing their whole page, y'all. They showing their whole page as if they're responding to me. And I need to respond to what they're doing. No. That. Because you know what? It's just a snake in the grass. I don't have no hate toward nobody. I don't have time because it's finished. Everything is finished. That means, Deborah, you don't have to like, dislike, hate. It's finished. Anybody doing anything outside of worship and serving me, let them kick themselves to the curb. If I give you something to judge somebody, you do that. Outside of that, get back over here and worship and serve me. You see, he ain't got time for all of that yang, 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 and sending his over here to say something to this person, say something. No. So I don't know who's doing, y'all. I know y'all don't understand where I'm coming from, but for them to come on your page and put a whole page of their page onto mine, but then you're gonna cut me off. But then that was the will of the Father, because I spent plenty of good time with him those 2 weeks I've been off, serving and worshiping, praising him. That's it. Yeah, it was Carrie, Sister Carrie something, and they got her whole page on my site, saying something that she said. And I'm like, I ain't going for this. This stuff don't mean nothing to me. It's finished. What can I say to her? And then they got Pastor Dow. I guess they done went in and heard something I said regarding y'all said he's finished. Now they got his whole page on mine asking me on Carrie and asking me what do I think about what he said about this. But they got his whole picture on his last page. Not the one when he was in church, I don't think. It's the one with his arms folded. And I said, well, why? It ain't like just a message, y'all. They got the whole page. And I'm like, these people sicker than sick. Who do they think they dealing with? That just shows you they don't care. They don't care who you are in Ahaya. That's right. Be about the Father's business, not all that chaos. Yeah, I think that's the name. It was Sister Karen, or something like that. That's right. Carrie Ann. That's probably what it is. It was said Carrie or something. It was one of them. Carrie or Carrie Ann, or one of them. Oh, yes. You know what? Always use your spirit to discern people. Because a lot of you, like the other young lady was saying, the things she went through and so on, a lot of times, Yah has put everything in you that he wants you to have. You just ain't manifested. You ain't activated. Just imagine all this time you haven't used it. Then you lose it. You see? Because you don't even know how to activate your dreams, okay? And all the chaos you went through just to go out on the deep end. No, it's to be able to tell somebody something. A lot of people don't even know that. All your whole life, when you going through something, you've been here and you've been there, especially a lot of people who've been adopted and people who've been through all kind of foster care and been touched. And that's all to be a strong testimony for the Most High. That's what all that's about. And even the gifts. Just think of even the gifts, y'all. All them gifts he poured down. Notice the church, Hebrew Israelites, nowhere have no respect for the gifts that Yah has poured down. You think he took his gifts back? No. They ceased out of the heart of people, meaning they didn't take it for its value. So when instead of us going to the hospital saying we should be able to go to one another, to the one who has the gift to heal it. Didn't Yeshua say we should do greater? That's why we ain't doing greater, because we have no respect for everything my Father has given us. We have never had the respect for it. Okay, we don't have no respect. We ain't never had none. Yep. That's right. Focus on him. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Let me show you how you can be all out. Let me show y'all. I'm going to tell y'all something. My baby son, he kept looking at me for the last 3 weeks. He said, Mom, you need to go get yourself checked out. I said, I'm okay. I'm having these chest pains, y'all. I have not been feeling good at all. And I said, no, that's okay. Because I kind of figured the enemy was going to make me take these 2 weeks and make it feel like, hey, I'm under pressure and I can't. But after all y'all had poured out in me, I'm okay. And then I looked at that young man and he was like, oh, please, my mama, go to the hospital. And you know what? I got up at 1 a.m, not because I was in pain, because I saw my baby looking at me saying, Mama, go to the hospital. All he wanted me to do is just get myself checked out. I get to the hospital. They run all the blood tests. They put me on heart monitors and did everything, y'all, and wanted me to stay overnight to take a stress test. Do y'all know I went in there and they took every test they can take, and I was well. I was well. You know what it got to do with? Accepting the things you cannot change. I'm letting my body override me. He done told me it's finished. Get your butt somewhere and realize it's finished. Yet you keep seeing all this stuff going on in the world. Endure it and not let it take you to the point where you start to feel sick. Accept the things you cannot change, because if you don't, all kind of sickness that you're going to be feeling. Oh, I got this problem. I got this problem. Oh, I'm having this pain. Because you are rejecting truth. And the enemy said, I got her now. I get to the hospital and all them tests, y'all, and all that blood work, nothing came back. They come that next morning when I took the stress test, they said, do you lift weights? Do you go to the gym? I said, yes, I used to. I'm going to get back in it. And they say, because all we needed was 39. You went to 65, running on the treadmill. And they put dye in your heart, and then they start seeing if they can see anything. Didn't see nothing. I get back to my room, no breakfast, no nothing. And I'm like sitting here saying, but Father, is this another, not a test, but is this another something you show me? Yes. I got up, put my clothes on, walked proudly out of that hospital. Because what had happened? In the hospital, you had like 8, say about out of 6 Caucasians and 2 blacks. I'm sitting there knowing that the one on this side is Caucasian, and one on this room is Caucasian, and the one down from that is the black guy. Okay. They got us in rooms, separate, but you can hear everything. They never came in my room, and they never came in the brother's room. You could hear him saying, what's going on? Ain't nobody came and said nothing to us, ain't gave us nothing to eat. And I'm saying to myself, that's me too, brother. But all the white people saying, thanks for my tray. Just really treating them. I got up, put my clothes on, and I walked out that hospital and drove my butt home. Called my baby and tell him Mama went and she had the test done and she was good. He said, oh, I'm so glad. What Sister Deborah's happening is y'all had overloaded her till her flesh started buckling up toward the spirit that told her it was finished. Not wanting to accept the fact that, wait a minute, you mean all this stuff that they're doing? You mean they're going to be able to do this? They're going to be, Deborah, it's finished. It's over. You mean it's over? So I brought on tension, sickness on my own body. And that's what it took for me to realize ain't nothing wrong with you outside of you can't accept the fact that it is finished. It's nothing he's coming to change. So y'all better be careful out there. Now he's talking to the prophetess now. So if you think that it's all about your emotions and your feelings and what you can build on and what you can have, that is not of y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Say for instance, what kind of creator would he be if you got 3 people, okay, serving and worshiping him, okay? This one here has a form, has everything that they seem to have in depth to one ear to the next, but you wouldn't know it. Don't really have anything, still paying somebody to have the ground that they're on. But yet they're living a way to try to tell you this is the way to go. And this one here wants to go in that direction, but can't because they don't have the means. And be honest, Deuteronomy 28 let you know you ain't got nothing. So people run around here telling you, I got this, we got this. Go back to Deuteronomy 28, then go back to Isaiah, then go back to Jeremiah, and then go back to Ezekiel, and it'll tell you, you ain't got nothing. You still on the land of your oppressor. His word is going to be fulfilled. So they're going back. Stop trying to get to a place where you see others at. Where they at is no better than where you at. They just thinking they somewhere that you are not, and they're not. It's to make you think they have something. They're going somewhere. They're better prepared. But guess what? Go back to Deuteronomy, and he already said, until they destroy, you ain't going to own nothing. You ain't going to have nothing. See, I'm going to tell y'all something else. What has happened is people have found a way that they can make Yah's word out of a lie, and that people will believe their truth. You all did not know that. I'm going to tell y'all women especially, you didn't know this. There are several times that the Most High has already charged the men that the women is going to exceed you and going to be, how would I say it? Exceed you, or going to, let me get the other word. One is to exceed you, and let me get it. I'm gonna get it right. Listen to this. And this causes them to fight up against every word that he say. If y'all say left, they gonna say, we're gonna fight against left, we're gonna go right. If he said up, they're going to fight against up, and they're going to go down. And that's what they're going to teach the people from down. If he said left, they're going to fight against left and teach the people right. Okay? Now, let me get this right quick. I want to make sure and this was in Isaiah 3. That's why I say, and this is what he told me. This is what the Father said. I need you just to read the whole Isaiah, read the whole Jeremiah, and read the whole Ezekiel. You know, I have read all of them before. He wants me to go back to read it. And I thank him for it, because if you saying it's finished, they're going to give me the assurance and the comfort. He's going to let me receive the comforter in those 3 chapters. Okay. In Isaiah 3, he said, listen to this. Listen to this. In Isaiah 3, and because you all refuse to read it for yourself, if you read Isaiah chapter 3, you will see he talking to men and their sons. Okay. The same way he said Babylon has fallen, he said the same thing about Judah has fallen. Nobody don't want to teach that. Okay. He also talked about Sodom, how they declare their sin as Sodom and hide it not. If that's not true, do you see them gays hiding? Do you see them? They dressing like women. They ain't none of. Why is this a lie? And everything these other Hebrew Israelite men talking is the truth. He's saying the same identical thing here, and the same way Sister Deborah said in parable, he said it here in word. And how did she say it? They're in the closet and out of the closet. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told you all that they are in the closet and out of the closet, under the closet, and everywhere else. A good number, large percentage of our men have stepped into that lifestyle. Here it is in Isaiah chapter 3. And it's telling you the time of the end in that day. Whenever he's speaking of that day, he's talking about the day we're in today. Okay. Now, and he said here, the show of their countenance doesn't witness against them. No shame in their game. And that is so true. That is so true. And then it said, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Father, you mean they doing it? And he said, that's on you, Deborah. You keep running back here telling me why they doing this and why they doing this and why they doing this. Get over there and hear what Isaiah tell you so you'll know. So here it is. It's sitting here. Now listen to this. And he said, say ye to the righteous that it shall be well. He's talking about the men. Telling these men that what they doing is right. It's all well what you're doing. He's telling the men. But as you go to Isaiah, that same chapter, where it says in verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Watch this here. And women rule over them. How? In a rat's behind, you're going to override that word. How can they override it? They can't. That's why they fighting against it. That's why they got to hate you. And there's several times in here he done told them the woman will exceed you, meaning go beyond you. You see? This is what they fighting, y'all. That's why they want the women to be so far down. You can't look up at a man. You got to be submissive. You got to be down. You can't speak. You can't preach. You can't do nothing but be ready for when I want to jump in that bed and work your tail away and take care of me. That's all they want. That's it. And we running, like they say, silly women, ladder with sin. Because y'all know that sin is within them that follow this chaos that these men would want. Those are women with sin. Not women clothed in their right mind, walking upright with y'all. They are not going to let this man override a higher, whom is the creator of all. Only way they do that is when they don't have a true belief of the Father and they need a man to follow. Okay? Now, it says in Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12, it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Will you all in the live chat say that children are our oppressors? There it is. See that sister said, she even poured a one out of Jeremiah 31. It's in there 3 times. And I'm like saying, Father, do these men know this? He said, yeah, that's what they've been fighting against for years, Deborah. I said, how many times have I read that, Father? He said, yeah. But he said, in the end days, knowledge is going to be increased. And the knowledge that's being increased is spirit. It's not the knowledge in which they trying to increase in you, which is worldly. It's fleshly knowledge. It is not spiritual knowledge. Why would y'all allow fleshly knowledge to be increased in the last days when spiritual knowledge has not been revealed? It's spiritual knowledge shall be increased. And this one here, she has it here, Jeremiah 31 and 22. And it says, how long will thou go about, O thy backsliding daughter? And that backsliding daughter represents the house of Israel. For the Lord has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compress a man. Hey, hold up. Jennies? Have you heard about that one? Or even the one in Isaiah 3. It's in there 3 or 4 times. I'm give or take 3 or 4 times. And that's what they're afraid of. That's what they've been battling, y'all, for so many years. That's why they have kept us dressing the way they want us It ain't so. Watch this here. I know I'm going to make somebody mad, but you think I care? You think I care? Watch this here. Why do you all think they want us to look a certain way and dress a certain way and say we're supposed to dress because we have to look this way only so our husband can look? But the husband can go out and look at everybody and choose as many wives as he can. And if you do your study, just about every daughter that had a father in the household, father, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go and say it. They've been molested by their own father. Only way Sister Deborah can tell it is because all my life, y'all put my jobs among the multitude. When you have to deal with 3,000, 5,000 people, and you sitting here running your mouth and people coming to you telling you what happened to them when they were young and they older than you are. Hey, it goes way back deep. And a lot of y'all refuse to accept what took place when y'all said, it's over. Oh, no, I'm finna end this stuff. It's when he saw the men taking them daughters. When he saw them, they'll tell you, that was angels came from heaven, and those the giants. They don't make no fool. Don't make no fool of y'all. Y'all don't let them make no fool out of y'all. He said every imagination in them was wicked. That was our men today. Worser today, as the Father say, than yesterday. They have been fighting against what Yah has put in here about the women. And we running around here bowing down to what every word they say. And we don't even see. Now listen to this. Now this is what he said. Let me tell y'all what happened. Gino Jennings, the man who run around here talking about baptizing. Man, you ain't doing them but baptizing you taking a dry devil down and letting them come up a wet one. You need to get your butt somewhere and sit down. 99.9 ain't even repent in their spirit for all they have done to go down in any holy water that represents my Father. First of all, baptism don't come first. It ain't gonna come first. You better bring them. They better come in repentance, and they better come to my Father's throne with it and not to you. And then you run around here baptizing. This is what he said the other day. It just blew my mind. And I began to say, Father, thank you so much for teaching me that way ahead of time. Listen to this. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. Women rule over them. Oh, my people, they have led thee, caused thee to error, and destroy the way of the path. You know who he's talking about? Men. You know what that Gino Jennings said? See, he said women has destroyed you and led you. No, he said women have caused you to err and destroy you. And I said, man, you've been on this devil platform for 20 some odd years. And what geared you to say a lie like that? Yah is telling them just as plain. The one that led you. He didn't say a woman was leading you. That's what happened because those that led you erred. And because of the error, he said the oppressor, your children going to be the one that oppressor, and the woman is going to rule over them. Why? Because those that have been leading you has caused you to err and destroy the path, the way of the path. He said women did it. And when I saw that, I said, I wanted to cry, but y'all wouldn't let me. He said, you better not. You better not. Don't you go there. Don't give him that type of glory. Don't give him that type of praise. You better not drop a tear. I said, but Father, he lied. He said, what's new? What's new? And he began to say, do you understand? They've been dodging the fact that I've put that in there over and over to let them know ain't no woman supposed to be licking under their feet like they talking about. A woman not supposed to be going like she's going and doing what she's doing to please a man. I'm going to tell you what they got bent up on. And women, this is your fault. He said, and only thing he said, outside of the birth, I mean, that's fine. I had babies. I went through the pain. All right. Yeah. But he didn't put no curse on that pain. Because what happened? They stopped that pain, baby. They stopped you from having that pain. You know why? Because as he said, a woman shall, when she bring forth a child in labor. See, they thought that was something he put on us. But guess what, baby? Women bring forth the children now, and they don't even have to have the pain. You know why? He never cursed us to that. He never cursed us to that. You know what else he didn't curse us to? He said, your desires shall be to your husband. Because he knew that the wicked mind of the men today and yesterday was going to be so ugly and off the chain. He never desired you and placed that desire as a curse like he did the man and the serpent. Go back to Genesis and you'll see. When he said those things to her, he didn't call them a curse because he knew, hey, I'm going to let them come along and develop something to stop this woman's pain. Not only that, these men is too sick for her to be desiring them. Because honestly, a lot of our women don't understand why they love no matter what a man do. A lot of you all still holding that same desire for him. And it's not your fault because you're feeling that way. That's because that's something y'all had put in place. He didn't mean for it to go to eternity. No, because you don't see no curse lock in. When he say what he say, he be about what he say. You don't see not nan curse in what he said to a woman. Why? Because he knew in due season he was going to erase that. Because, hey, look, okay, say I had 7 babies, okay? Watch this. I had 4 natural, 1 with the C-section. 4 natural, 2 C-section. Okay? No, 1 C-section and 1 with the epidural. That epidural, hey, I wish I could have got that, but I'm just showing you. It bumps the pain. So what happened to what he prophesied if it was a curse? You see what I'm saying? Now you bump down there where he said, men, you're a curse to be laboring and also to eat. Let me go there. Let me just stop mumbling, jumbling and just take us. Let's go there. Let's go there a little bit. Okay. In Genesis chapter 3 and verse 14, just hear what Ahiah said. Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. And Ahiah said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all the cattle and above all the beasts of the field. Upon thy belly shall thou go, and dust shall thou eat all the days of your life. He said, you are cursed. Now let's go to verse 15. Verse 15, he said, I would put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and hers, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. All of this got to come to play. All of it still stand for today, y'all. Everything he's talking here, it still stand today. Okay. Now, let's go to 16. Listen to what he says. Until the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow, thou shalt bring forth a child, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Rule over thee mean he's going to be the head, but you're going to do things together. See, that's how sick they are. See, they took rule as, oh, you a cow. I own you. You property. You see how sick they are? How is it he's going to first tell you y'all are one, then tell you that when he created them to work together as to the over the seed, the everything. He put them together over everything. Just because he said now one is going to be the head over the other did not erase the fact that he had made us to work together in everything we do on the earth. Not him being ruler over it. You see what I'm saying? In the way that he ruled, he didn't say that. Ruling meaning you're going to be the one that's going to be over. It's going to be a one and then a two. But when y'all do things, you're going to do things together. And if it comes to a decision that one needs the one might not agree with the other, the male is the one that has the last say so. You see, these men then took this thing, Kate. Now listen to this. In the verse, Genesis chapter 3, verse 16, nowhere do you hear, I curse thee, woman. Let's drop down to verse 17 and listen to what he says. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and thou hast eaten the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shall thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Okay, now listen, even in here, the way that he's saying, curse the ground. Let's see where this is. Yeah, curse the ground. Wait a minute now. Hearken to the voice of thy wife, and has eaten the tree of which I command thee, saying, thou shalt not eat. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shall thou eat of it. See, the ground was cursed, and that's what you're going to eat of all the days of thy life. Thorns and bristles shall it bring forth, and forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herbs and of the field. In thy sweat of thy face shall thou eat bread until thou return unto the ground. That's the curse. Until you return into the ground. You don't see nothing like that up in the verse for the woman. Nothing nowhere near that. The desire is for many to still can have that desire for him. And that's why a lot of them try to figure out, why do I love him even though he beat me? Why do I love him even though he cheat on me, or he have children outside the marriage, or he don't come home? Why is it I still desire him? Go back to the scriptures and see. It tells you don't have a desire for him. That means a desire in spite of how sick he is. And that's what women have been, always there for them. And women have to understand, especially I'm gonna call us Negro women, is we created the whole world. And we got to give ourselves credit for that. We the one that brought forth. And these ignorant men, guess what they saying today, y'all? The seed was ours. It was our seed. It was our seed. And y'all already let them know that he put the seed in the man. And they so ignorant, even knowing, they know that the seed is really who they are. That's why he said, I will visit the iniquity of the father. That's why nothing is under the woman. It's under the father, because y'all know where all the mess starts. He know where all the mess start, and he know where all the mess end. But we want to keep on playing with them. And like I said, it's finished. So don't go running behind these people, believing everything they say. Don't let them try to give you a certain diet. That diet that he gave them for their flesh. Come on now. What happened to spirit and truth? You see, they want things to be able to manipulate you and control you. when the forefathers and all of them back in the days didn't follow it. They didn't follow it. That's why he said, stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience like your forefather. They can't claim Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on that one. They can't claim him on that one because he never called them stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience. So who father are you? You see, they don't want to talk about that either. Oh, no, it's a lot of things they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about the woman not being cursed, but the serpent and that which he had placed on a man was a curse. But what happened? He didn't curse the desire of a woman to her husband, nor and I'm gonna show y'all something. Years ago, he brought this to my attention. He said, Deborah, you know you didn't had too many babies, you know. Go back and read that. And then I went back. This was years ago. I said, until the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow, thy conception. And in sorrow, thou shalt bring forth child. He's going to bring sorrow and, let me see, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Conception. Ain't that an error, y'all? Sister Deborah ain't got no sense. Oh, Father, I ain't got no sense. I'm gonna take you around. Listen to this. Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Your sorrow and your conception. Is he going to multiply our conception? Wow. You listen to this. And thy conception. In sorrow, thou shalt bring forth child. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to sum it up. And the desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over you. That don't even sound like the Most High Yah. Think about it, y'all. Think about it tonight. Just go over that. Just that Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. You see how them males then went in. Only one could have put that. I was trying to figure out, Father, what are you trying to get me to see? He said, see conception. Who could have put that there outside of somebody who ain't never had a child? It can't have. It don't make sense, y'all. Just like you go back here to Genesis. And here, listen to this one. I'm going to give you one more. Sister Deborah going to stop. I'm going to stop, y'all. Watch this. I got to give you one more. You go back to Genesis and you hear, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Y'all ain't never said that. Woo, Father, I'm going to tell y'all, Father, y'all ain't never said that. He ain't never told Adam that. So what lie did she get before they even touched what the serpent was tempting them with? What did she get that from? Where did that come from? You see how males that went in it and smeared it to make sure they degrade a female to the lowest term. Just look at that. Eve over here saying, he's saying. Now listen to this. Listen to this. And this is what the Most High was teaching me when I was a teenager on this one, because he wanted to show me how things were added. Now watch this here. Genesis chapter 3 and verse, what was that? That was verse 3. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 3. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. What had happened is, from what I can understand from the Most High Yah, she was only saying what Adam had told her, because she wasn't present when Yah told him. For her to say touch, he had to have told her that. Okay? He had to have told her, he said not to touch, and he didn't say that. So how did sin enter into the garden before the snake had tempted her? He was already there. Thank y'all. How could she make a statement that has caused this whole book to live all these thousands of years? This whole book, y'all. And already you can see the lie in the third chapter. The third chapter and verse 3. But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, wait a minute. Listen to this. Listen to this. First of all, look how low they place him. This is what I was just trying to explain to y'all. It got to be finished. How long y'all must think the Father must let it continue? Shouldn't it be finished by now? Don't y'all think it should be finished by now? Shouldn't it? If he said it's finished, it's finished. Why should he let it go another million years? You see what the world has become. So why should it go another million years? Look in the first chapter, they lied. You can tell that males had went in there and turned it every way possible. They took it out of what the man did and they brought it on a woman and said she the one did it. It's many verses on there telling you and showing you that it's a lie. You can see that it's a mind of a flesh. It's not a mind of the Father. Because the Father didn't tell Abraham. He told him too many times. Let's go there. Genesis chapter 2. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 9. And out of the ground made Elohim to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, and the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, now let's go. This is dealing with Adam only. Only one there is Adam. Okay, let's see what he told him in verse 16. Genesis chapter 2 verse 16. And Elohim command the man, saying, wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute, hold up. You notice it says Elohim command the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest eat freely, but the tree of knowledge and good, of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. So what did Eve get touched? You can touch it all day long. That you shouldn't die from it. So where did she get that from? See how y'all would put something there just to show you how they tamper with it. You see how he did that? He puts it there just so you can see. And from that time on, you would hear man say, Eve sinned, or Eve did it. And because of the wife and because of the woman, they've been tampering with it to put woman where she at, even to today. That's why women couldn't vote. Women didn't have any choices, didn't have anything. That wasn't the way he said it in Genesis. Wait a minute. How y'all gonna make a law and make something your way? Except sin entered in and caused you to convert everything he said out of order. And that's what he's been telling me for a lot of years. They turned everything I said. If I said left, Deborah, they turned it right. If I said up, Deborah, they turned it down. It's finished, Deborah. Ain't no more going back and forth. I'm finished with them. Listen to this. Here, where was it at? What was I? Here in Genesis chapter 1 and 26. And God said, let us make man in our image. Us is Christ. Christ is Yah's right hand. Christ was what he called Emmanuel, meaning Yah with us. Your right hand is who you are. Okay? He was saying his right hand, we're going to make man in our image, and that's why he made in his image. Because Christ is the image of Yah. It is his right hand. Now watch this here. And he said, let us make him in the image after our likeness. Not after man, but man to tell you it's about what they say it is. Watch this here. And let them have dominion. What you keep telling me about them, Father? Why you keep saying them have dominion? He's just showing you these people that took his order all off the map. Why? When sin came in, that gave them clarification, not a justification to switch everything out of what is righteous into unrighteous. Can y'all get that? That's why you see the order is out of order. It's because the moment sin stepped in, it allowed men to take the Bible from that day on out of order. So they made what was wrong right, and what was right, they made it wrong. See, it didn't start in your day and time. It started way back, because here in Genesis, he said, let them have dominion over the fish in the sea, and over the fowls, and over the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeped upon the earth. And Yah, now this is what the men would say. Oh, he said men. He was talking about them. He was talking about males. Let us make them the men. Watch this here. Verse 27. So Yah created men in his own image. Yah created man in his own image. In the image of Yah created he, him, male and female created them. Verse 28. And Yah blessed them. And Yah said unto them, how did we get out of all of this order to start the whole world, which was righteous order, and get into the order we in today? Only one thing: sin. Sin brought us into that order. But I'm going to tell y'all something. The reason why Sister Deborah can accept that it's over and it's finished, because ever since he has sealed it in me to accept it and embrace it, all I see is a bunch of men coming up saying this woman, Eve, was having sex with the devil. She brought all this stuff on these men. You should hear it. It is off. No, you shouldn't hear it. You shouldn't hear it. It is off the chain. And I, myself, will make it hard on my health and on my mind to sit and keep feeding it. But it wasn't like I was going to look for it. It's just like the enemy just placed it there and said, they saying this, and then you listen to it. Never, Sister Deborah never listened to the whole message. Once she can see that the darkness has gotten over them, has taken over them with the line of the word, that's it. Now they're saying that we don't have a spirit. Only image Yah has given is to men. And they so darn dumb and stupid and naive and ignorant to the point they don't even understand. Y'all only have one image, and that is a spirit. And what he's saying, he gave us all a spirit, which is an image of who he is. Because when we stand before him, we're going to have to stand before him in spirit. We're going to have to stand before him in this ugly flesh. So they just took it and they lied. Everything in here. This is why Sister Deborah can now accept that it's finished, because he's been dealing with me since I was 4. And what I'm starting to think and understand is look like they ain't going to get it right. And they ain't. He said, that's your fault. You done read Deuteronomy, and they go back up in there and you see where I told you you're going to be destroyed. Then I had to go back up in Deuteronomy 28 and see all those verses telling us we ain't coming out of this in our right mind. We're going to be destroyed. So when I'm running to the Father, oh, they killing each other. These men killing these women, and they killing their children, they killing their mama and their daddy, and these women killing one another. They killing their baby. Oh, what are we going to do? Oh, he's like, what are you talking about? See, the Father has been so long with me in the wilderness teaching me. When I go on ignorant and being stupid, he has to bring me back to reality. And I don't have no problem with it. If he has to take me where I need to go, he's the only one I'm willing to follow and go all the way. Because he had to tell me, go back to Deuteronomy. I said, but I've been there. I've read that too many times. He said, go back and see where you've been telling them people, the tribe of Judah is something wrong up here. And guess what, y'all? It really was. Read Deuteronomy 28. And then he went to telling me, what do you think all those prophets were doing, Deborah? Do you think all those prophets got murdered for nothing? Those were all of minds that I sent down to help these people realize any and everything that they needed to realize. And guess what, Deborah? They had 400 years to think about it, and they still come out at the end of the 400 years as stupid as they were when they got Hallelujah! And it is no lie, y'all. It's serious. We whine about 400 years in captivity. In 400 years, we still, even to today, serving an idling man and doing nothing to serve and worship the Most High Yah. Oh, we say everything with our mouth, but that's why he says finish. See, they can fool you, Deborah. They can tell that to you, but it's finishing me. Either you understand it's finishing me and come on with me, or you can sit out there and let them keep on faking you, and you know you're going to get yourself sick. Because I show you everything in the wilderness. Don't be listening to it. Don't be falling up with it. And then all of a sudden I get sick. Why? Because he wanted to make a statement. You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? Your body's shutting down. Now, you think I'm playing? I'm up in the hospital. Okay? Now, bag that thing up and get it right. Get it right. You got some time here. You still got some time here. You got to endure this sign. Don't go doing one of Yeshua. Yeshua got this guest sending me and start, take away this bitter cup. Oh, wait a minute. Not my will, but thy will. See, he even had Yeshua. He even had that same feeling Sister Deborah had. He was in Gethsemane down on his knee because he asked them, he said to them, stay here and wait. Wait. In a sense, pray and wait till I come back. Why he stay awake, why he go off and pray. He come back, he said, all I asked y'all to do was stay woke and pray. No one ever even thought how he must have felt that they walked so long with him and they couldn't even stay up while he go out for a few minutes, an hour, and pray. He come back, they sleep again. It was just hurtful to him to see that his disciples fell asleep each time. All he asked them to do was stay awake. See how the men are? But then they want to run you Okay, say they running you. You worshiping them. You running behind them. Okay, it's time for you to stand in the midst of a higher. No, Yeshua HaMashiach. It's time for you to stand in the midst of Yeshua. He's going to say, you didn't follow me, you followed man. Where in the Bible did I tell a wife to follow a man? He didn't. He didn't. He never told us to follow them because the Father knew he gave each and every, the man a spirit and you a spirit, which is his image. Our eyes are supposed to be focusing on him. And when our eyes are focusing on him, he said, the one that's your eyes focusing on your husband, because your husband's eyes is focusing on me. You see what I'm saying? So it's that the light triggers down from the Father to the Son, all the way to the man, to the woman, to the children. But he said where it broke off at is to the man. The man's been stopped looking at Yeshua HaMashiach. He been stopped. So, but he wants the woman to continue to look at him. So she ain't got no light to the Father. So the Father say, don't be so silly and think you ain't got no spirit, which is an image of me. You better learn to worship and praise me until he get his stupidity correct. Worship and praise me. Like another thing they had, I had to help a lot of women in this situation. They used to come to me, but I'm married. He beating me, Deborah. He doing all kind of things. He's cheating. He had 10 babies. And I used to hear so many sad stories. But the Father came to me. You know what he said? He said, they wear you out telling people you can't divorce. You can't turn away from that husband. But then he gave me the word. He say, and this is, can't no man give you this, y'all. That's why I said things are in spirit and in truth. The way y'all come to you with that comforter and with this teaching is spirit and truth. How is it that you think that y'all gonna teach you this book? This book is not spirit and truth. And he never told you it was. Y'all ain't never told us this book was spirit and truth. He said, tarry till he come and he will endow you with the Ruach HaKodesh, and it shall teach you all things. If you thought 1 minute this would teach you all things, we really didn't need the Ruach. Yeshua could have came and died for our sins and got on out of here. But we needed a teacher, y'all, that would teach us all things, show us things to come, reveal things to us, comfort us when we need it. Don't we need it? Even to today, real bad. This can't comfort us, y'all. This book can't comfort us. This book cannot even teach us. He said, study it to show it thyself approved. Rightly dividing. He letting you know something got to be divided up in that book, y'all. And who gonna do that? He said, rightly dividing. You got to divide what is spirit and truth from what is in here. And the only way you can do that is through the Ruach HaKodesh. He teaches you how. You'll learn that a lot of things are spirit. Like he said, when a man and woman is married, let no man put you under. Meaning, don't let no man come divide your marriage up. That's what y'all said. No man. But when that power of that Ruach HaKodesh comes, he'll cut everything that's in his way out of the way. He didn't say he couldn't divide you. He said, let no other man separate you. Because he knew that's all they was good for. Separating marriages. Don't let it be your husband that separates your marriage. Don't let it be your wife that separates your marriage. Let y'all get in there and cut it up. Because when he get up in there, he would tear that mess up. I've seen him work. I've seen what he can do. That's why I never let nobody tell me what he can't do. I seen him take a person down for me. You hear me? I went to him. Oh, he bothered my sister. He doing this. And I was getting crazy. I was having headaches. And, oh, no. And then I said something that I know I shouldn't have said. I know I shouldn't have said. I said, I know you see it. You see what he's doing with my sister. He's going to take her life. And Father, but if you don't do it, I'm going to have to. That's what I said. And I know that is no way to approach the higher power. Don't ever think you're going to tell him you're going to do something if he don't. That's what I said. That's what I said. And I think I was like 28 years old. But he knew I ain't have no sense. I would do it. He knew it. He knew I ain't got no sense. You know what my father did? It was less than 3 days. Bam. When they shot him with a gun that had a bullet that once it gets to your head, it explodes. First person my sister come calling. I'm in the hospital. He been shot. I said, oh, yeah? She said, yeah. I said, I'll be there in the morning. Get there. She said, they said he ain't gonna make it. He's brain dead. I said, oh yeah. Should you think I should pull him off? Yeah, pull him off the life support. Ain't nobody need his organs. Yes, pull him off. Let me tell y'all something. The Most High is for real about what is his. Don't let nobody threaten you. Don't let nobody put you in a situation where you so afraid of them and you so fearful of them. And then you got a higher to back you up. He backed me up several times. And that's why I know who he is. I can't afford these men out here to be telling y'all all this crap. I can afford to feed into that stuff. I can afford it. How I'm gonna feed into what they talking about? And he's dealing with me one-on-one. I'm gonna leave what he's teaching me and what he's showing me eye to eye. I'm gonna leave him to go listen to their mess. And they messed it up from the floor. Honestly, all that mess in the beginning, y'all got to also once you get a relationship with a higher, a real serious relationship, he'll show you that a lot of that stuff they tamper with in here and smeared it. And don't and you read, you be like I was reading Eve say, we are not to eat nor touch. Y'all saying they go back. Did you hear Adam say that, Deborah? I said, no, he didn't. He said, sin was already on the scene. Really, honestly, Adam had already sinned. How you say that, Deborah? Because he spoke it to him. He gave him the order. He gave him the commandment. And then you know what they're saying now? That she went looking for Adam. Adam wasn't there. So if she had sex with the devil, well, what was Adam at? Having sex with him too? I don't know if y'all know that. That's their main thing now. I don't know if y'all know that, but that's what they saying now. And they on the high heels talking about that. Men didn't heard it and they didn't went up high. I mean, really high. That Eve was having sex with the devil. And she had, and this is what they say, she had Satan's baby. So what was that Adam ate? See, Adam had already sinned. It couldn't have been sealed until she had sinned. That's why he stood her and watched her be tempted. And it wasn't sexual, y'all. That's all that sick mess men put in there. It wasn't sexual. That's how, to me, right there in Genesis shows you the sick mind of men today. They degrade women in every way that they can. And then in Romans chapter 1, he tells men they have turned the natural use of a woman into that which is unseen. They all up in her rectum. They got their mouth, her mouth onto them. But then you sitting here telling the women, you bitches and you hoes and you ain't no good, you ain't no that. But you still got them doing everything that Yah did not create them to do. And as long as they doing that, bringing you pleasure, that's the only part of them you want to rule over. That's what you want. You don't want her to have no mind, no nothing. You want her to take care of you and cater to your every voice. No, a woman never is supposed to follow the flesh of a man. Only a man that's out of Yah's own heart that's following Yah. That's why Sarah was able to call Abraham master, because she saw him falling, the Most High Yah. Not only did she see him falling, she saw herself getting blessed through the Most High Yah through her husband. You see what I'm saying? She knew it couldn't have been him doing it. She knew who it was. But these men today, they got y'all messed up on the floor. Y'all better watch. You better watch it. You better watch yourself, because the reason why Sister Deborah said watch yourself, because if it's finished, anything you're doing now is on you, said the Most High Yah. It's on you. Because if it's finished, he said, don't go out here doing these things and making these putting you under another captivity on top of a captivity. That's what these men did. And a lot of them, like I said, they did it because they do see the verses saying that a woman would exceed them. They know that. Now, why do you want Yah's word to be made out of lie? That's the only way they feel comfortable in living, because they think they're smarter than he is. Oh, we'll make her out of nothing but like an animal, or like a slave, or like a cattle. She ain't nothing but my property. Man, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet, because y'all been lying and too ignorant to see. Why is there one man to 7 women? Because he got rid of them all. He killed them by the sword. That means they died in some sort of a war. They got thrown out. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 33. In that day, meaning this day and time. No, they don't want to talk to you all about that, but they want to let you know we're going to have 7 wives to 1 man. Man, they ain't talking about that. They talking about holy. But why is it 7 and only 1 man? They too ignorant to figure that out. The majority of them that's going to be in the small remnant are women. So let me see. Just follow the spirit of the Most High Yah. You see that hateful? Ain't that a high level of hateful? And you know what? I was saying to the Father, I say, Father, this hateful, what it is? I said, Father, it's not a normal hate. It's not a normal hate. You know, he had to tell me it's a spirit that carries hate. I said, you mean to tell me? Because I knew it wasn't just a normal hate. It's a off the chain hate. And y'all don't even understand. We birthed every one of their children, even them. We birthed every one of them. We brought them to our breasts. We nourished them. We took care of them. And all they can say about us. See, y'all don't see something wrong with that? That's why it's finished. That means they going when I go back and I went and looked and see what they were saying, y'all said, that's on you. Don't get sick looking at it. After I told you it's finished, let them say what they gonna continue. He said that what they're gonna do is, and you all, I don't want y'all to go into this, so don't go looking for it because it's there. He said that it's gonna get worse. Ahia is saying that it's gonna get worse. So you're not gonna see these men getting better with their wives or with their women or saying things to their daughters. Instead of saying, I love you, daughter, you sitting around here hating her. Because you already calling her bitches and hoes before she even become a woman. Because you ain't took care of her and not even gave her 1 can of milk. And now she's 20 and you out there calling all the women bitches and hoes. So he's saying that Deborah, being finished also lets you know it's going to get worse. Because I'm not coming to settle the score. The score has already been settled. So what's your best bet? You better start worshiping, praising him. That's what you better do. So that this, what he's saying, is going to get worse and worse. that you can be able to be in the presence. Why? It's getting worse. So serving and worshiping him. That's what you got to do. Sad? Yes. Oh no, he said they ain't gonna own up to it. Why do y'all think that he's going to pull them from the four corners? Those that he are his. Why do y'all think he called it the small remnant? He's going to take his from the four corners. They already sealed. The angels have already sealed them. He's going to take them. It's because it's like I just told y'all. He said it's going to get worse and worse. So he going to get his. Because they're not going to stop. Because after he had explained all that to me, and then all of a sudden I said, but how could they get any worse? And then when he allowed me to see it and hear what these men are teaching, y'all, it's off the chain. They saying all kind of things. And I said, oh, that's what you mean. Oh, that's Father. I said, oh, Father, that is worse. He said, yeah. So your best bet is to get back in that place that we should have been in the beginning. And what is that? Looking at him as the only one, worshiping and praising him. Now, all men are not like that. There are men, he has his out there. Don't think he ain't got none out there, because he do. Your husband can be one of them. But you got to find yourself serving and worshiping Yah. And if you serve and worship Yah, Yah will bring him in and see your worship, see you praising him, seeing you put him on to be first, seeing you put him the head of your life. And then he said, oh, no, I got to get in with this. I like this. I like the feel. I like the idea. I like how you trust in him and how you lean to him. Because once women start leaning and trusting on the Father and serving and worship him, that takes the pressure off of her husband. How? Because now he can trust in Yah like you're trusting in Yah. See, a lot of times if we're waiting for them to do something and to be this and to be this, we got to see it for what he said. Okay, if it's finished, it's time for me to just look for you. And when you look for him, he start making your household at peace. So you can continue this journey. Because all around you're going to be chaos. You need that peace. Yeah, that's right. That's why we're here. Oh, yeah. And he said that. He said that they're not going to admit. Yep, they refuse to admit. But you know what? How do we expect to heal? I mean, how do we expect to continue this race in which it's going to be worse? Huh? How are we going to get? Do you think? Wait a minute. Do you think y'all getting out of it? No, you ain't, baby. When he pour you up out of it, it's going to be during the time Babylon going to be coming. Debris is going. See, Babylon already fallen. What they're trying to do now is make sure the money and everything is where they want it. So when they can go under and get escape, and then they're going to let Babylon. And honestly, I got a funny feeling they're going to even be part of it. Mm-hmm. And they're going to think they're going to escape somewhere else, but you don't get them on the other end. You see, and they're going to so right now they just not caring about anything. You heard about all of the meat they destroying and the chickens. It's because they want to start feeding you what they have put to the side. Their really ideal is that we be destroyed. But then I go back to Deuteronomy, and let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something that's kind of sad. We got so caught up in this Hebrew Israelite movement and its awakening, we fail to realize that he had already prophesied in his word how everything would go. We took our eyes off of all of that, and we just sitting around doing any and everything against him. Talking about we the people, we the children, we the true Jews, and we this and we that. And yeah, you the hell in hot water at the same time. And we ain't looking at that. We ain't looking at our brothers are not standing up, uniting, keeping the schools open or trying to fight against anything. And it don't mean fist fighting. It means fight for rights. They won't, you know what? When I look at all the schools, and one day I'm going to still do it, take a lot of pictures or video it just to show you all these beautiful schools boarded up, and they've been boarded up 20, 30 years. Had the men took out time to gather themselves together to fight for the education of their children, they weren't going to do it. So it ain't their fault. It ain't their fault. Why it ain't their fault? Because y'all said they wasn't going to do nothing. Jacob even said it from his deathbed. If you're looking for Judah to do anything, he ain't going to do nothing. He going to be an old lion crouched down. He ain't going to do nothing till what? That four corners in which y'all pull up, heads come up. Outside of that, they ain't going to do nothing. So when you running around here thinking the rest of your life, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be this, I'm going to go do this, and I'm going to look, put it in the right perspective. Serve him, put him first, worship him, and serve him. And anything else, let it be added on to you. Okay? Anything else, let it be added on to you. And if it be added, you make sure you turn to him and say, Father, could I do this? Should I do this? Tell me. Always ask him. That one that you're going to worship and you serve, you always going to ask him, is this something right? Is this something I need to get into? Because if it's finished, it is finished in him. So just because you down there running to get it and do it, it don't mean that it's good for you. It's going to be right for you. No, it ain't going to bring you nothing but sorrow and heartache and maybe even death. So you better go to that one that you're going to serve and you're going to worship, because that's all that's left. Look how he left that. That's beautiful to me. He left us just like he gave it to us. He created us to worship and serve him, and we're in the corner having no other choice but to worship and serve him. And it's up to you if you're going to worship and serve him, because if you're thinking these wicked, evil days going to get better, you're going to be destroyed here in Deuteronomy 28. And I sit back and listen to Ezekiel and Jeremiah and Isaiah, and I said, wait a minute, they saying the same thing. Wait, why ain't these people told these people that they ain't coming out of this captivity in their right mind? Why ain't they? No, they ain't gonna tell you, because they want you to think that they somebody. All of them. And y'all done told you the narrow gate is the way, not the broad gate. The mindset of the people is somebody who got so many subscribers and so many likes. Oh, they the truth. That's the broad gate. That's why they can put up all kind of Mickey Mouse on there to lead you so that they can get subscribers. They're not trying to tell you, come on here, y'all, let's go to the light, because guess what? It's pitch midnight out here. No, they ain't going to tell you that. They ain't going to tell you what it's pitch midnight. That means wicked. They're going to tell you, come to my page. I'm talking about black and whites marrying each other. What do that have to do with your salvation? What do that have to do with your spirit? The only thing that's going to stand for before a higher is your spirit. And you back, your spirit ain't going to be a Negro. It's going to be a spirit that's going to cover all the sins that you abide in without giving your spirit over to the Most High Yah, and Yah giving you his spirit. So it's going to stand up there, and Yeshua going to say, I'm going to separate these goats from the sheep. And he going to separate your butt. He going to separate your butt. And you will be thinking you going somewhere that because these Hebrew Israelite men told you. No, baby. Sister Deborah telling you today. It's time to give all that mess up. Turn your full heart, mind, spirit, and strength over to him. And watch he bless your household, bless your children, bless your husband, bless your wife, and take you up out of here in the way that you should. And not be caught up in all this chaos, because you're going to get caught up in it. If you stand there and thinking that you can handle this. Oh, they doing this, and I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to know. You better understand it's finished. He ain't coming to rescue you out of none of this chaos. If you ain't worshiping and serving him, see, I'm to be honest, the only reason why I'm telling y'all that, because I know that's my only way. I ain't gonna get out of it. Now, he told me now, Deborah, is finished. Now, which way you going to walk? Are you going to continue with me or you going left? Which way you going to go? Oh, you know I ain't going nowhere but the right. I ain't going nowhere. You didn't show me too much. Because if I go left, well, guess what? I'm going to die. I'm going to suffer. I'm going to go through something. If I go right, at least I got the spirit of endurance. It's going to hold me up. See, people don't understand. Endurance is a spirit. He gives that to you to hold you up. But if you don't have that, how are you going to be able to stand? Because what did he say? He that endure until the end shall be saved. How they going to be saved in this chaos? Because that spirit going to hold them up, Deborah. That's how. That spirit going to hold them up. Because there's some things even today I seen. I said, well, oh, Father, if it ain't for your enduring spirit, that's some crazy stuff. It's some crazy stuff going on. And I didn't think I would live to see it. I didn't think I would live to see it. How can you be on this platform for hours and hours and nothing is really representing the Most High Yah? Just trying to pour out enough information so you can get subscribers and likes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And y'all be free, set free. Set yourself free from all this chaos. Set yourself free from all this captivity that they putting us, trying to put you in. You in captivity. You don't need no Negro to put you on another captivity on top of a captivity. Be set free. Be set free by the one that can take you, that you can worship and serve, you know. Put him first in all your choices, in all your dealings. Just put him first. That's right. In his fully. That's right. You right. You said it. You said it. That you are so right. That's two sides. That's either you're gonna serve the Satan or you're gonna serve. So which one? Do you want to continue to go through all this? What was it in Isaiah 48? Yes, praise the Most High, Ahaya. And honestly, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I sit here and be talking to y'all, but y'all just don't understand how what he taught me. I can't play with him like that. I can't get away with it. I won't get it. He ain't gonna let me get away with it. Look how I was sitting here getting caught up in the fact that it's finished and they still doing this, they doing it, and then look where I end up in the hospital. You see what I'm saying? Oh, you still go let your body. You better let that which is greater in you. He said it's finished. Accept it. Don't let this thing make you wonder, well, what I'm going to go from here, what I'm going to do. No, let it go. Don't get caught up in bills and everything. Just do everything according to what you have. It's going to get worse. But you know why he's going to let it get worse? So he can get you to turn 100 toward the light. You ain't gonna turn to the light if you ain't had no hard times and you ain't nothing going on. You're gonna keep turning back to them knucklehead men that's trying to lead us in darkness. But the reason why he allowed it to continue to get worse, because he needs those that he already knows to turn to the light, to keep it walking and keep walking. Keep walking. That's what I said. I don't want to have to suffer, but it's going to be, the suffering is a must, because he said endurance. He said, he that endure until the end. Endure is a form of going through something. Like Yeshua did his whole walk, then things he went through, he endured until the end. You see? So endurance is a spirit. It'll help you to walk therein. You see what I'm saying? It's just our flesh. Our flesh is wants to go left, and our spirit said, bring your butt right. No, our flesh, I'm going left. Oh, get your butt over here and go right. He said we need to get our flesh under the subjection to the spirit, because the spirit knows and it's willing, but the flesh is weak. So we got to get this flesh under the power and control of your spirit, because Yah rests therein. Or if you don't get it, he can. If you don't do it, he can. Mm-hmm. That's right. Perfect will be done. That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. Yeah. And my desire is that the Most High will give you all the spirit of endurance. The spirit of endurance is not coming to control you. It's coming to give you a feeling that you can continue to run. He got this. You see what I'm saying? He got this. And the beauty of it, he said, he that endure to the end. Now, I can't endure nothing, because, Father, I ain't got no sense. So what are you talking about? Deborah, I'm going to give you the spirit of endurance. All the way to the end, you're going to carry it. And you shall be saved. I'm not giving the endurance spirit to nobody who ain't going to be saved, Deborah. It's only those that's going to be saved, because they're going to need that spirit to go through everything that's about to take place. Now, I need to stop saying about to. It's so many things that has taken place and still is. We just bypassing because we feel like it ain't at my door. It's okay. It ain't nothing going. This thing's going on that'll make you feel you was in 6 foot under. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'll see it from the wilderness. That'll make you feel like you want to go 6 foot under right now. But because it's not knocking at your door, you thinking it ain't there, but it's there. It's nothing good and pleasant about nothing that's going on today. But when you worship and serve and praise him, he'll make it seem like it's sunshine outside during the rainy day. That's what I like about him. That's what I love about him. In spite of all the darkness, he got you all up in the light. Even though you know that darkness is out there, but he got you all up in the light. The spirit of endurance. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Yes, he will. Just give him all the glory and the praise. Don't give it to ourselves. Don't give it to our children. Don't give it to our husband. Don't give it to our wives. Don't give it to our mothers. Don't give it to our fathers. Don't give it to Sister Deborah. Don't give it to prophets, teachers. Give him all praise and all glory and all honor. My desire is that you all not only inherit, which most of you probably already have, the endurance spirit, but that you learn to go into the closet. Because in that closet, you say you're sick, you'll come out here. Because why? Because in that closet, there is fire. It is the Most High Yah coming to your spirit, communing with it. Why is he communing with it? Because he know about it. It know about him. They know each other very well. And your flesh be over there saying, well, wait a minute. Well, why ain't you on your knees too long? Or wait a minute, ain't your knees hurting? I'm showing y'all how it's totally different in the closet. How the flesh would roar in that closet because it has no part in worshiping the Most High Yah. Hallelujah! It don't stand a chance in the closet. And it's in the closet. I'm telling y'all the truth. I can go, it don't happen to me often, but I can go in the closet I said, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pray and I'm going to just thank him and praise him and honor him and worship him and just tell him really how I feel that he is and how good and how great and how excellent, how wonderful, how powerful, how all-knowing, how kind, how merciful, how he is the I am, the beginning, the end, and how, woo, he's all that and some. I get in the closet and I get down there and I begin to talk. And then I say, wait. I'm just talking. I'm talking. All of a sudden, a different tongue come in. And flesh sitting here saying, wait a minute. Now, see, listen to you. My thought. That's why I tell y'all flesh got a mind. Your flesh got eyes. Your flesh got a mouth. Your flesh thinks its own thoughts. Okay? But guess what? You also have a spirit in there. It has its own mind too. So I'm sitting here bringing myself to the altar of the Most High Yah in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Father, I'm coming to your throne through Yeshua HaMashiach, the only one that can usher me to your presence, Father. And I get to talking and talking, and flesh want to say what it want to say. All of a sudden, it takes away, and all of a sudden, it ain't about the flesh. The flesh can't understand what's being said. And then guess what? I'm sitting there in the flesh. I'm down on the floor and I'm praising. And my flesh said, wait a minute now. I can't understand it. How long you going to be in this closet? How long? Ain't your legs hurting? It tells me that a lot of time. Don't you feel your legs, your knees hurting? Ain't you tired? You don't even understand what's being said. That's your flesh. That's how ugly your flesh is. There's no good in your flesh. It don't want to even let your spirit commune with the Most High Yah. That's why I say it's kind of sad if you all have not gotten the word. Anything going with you, get your butt in that closet. Go in that closet. Shut that flesh down. Let your spirit commune with his spirit. When you come up out of that, you be good for a long time. And then, hey, go back in there. I don't care what situation going on in the house. You go up in there. In that closet would change every situation in your house. In that closet would change every health in your body. That closet would make the enemy bow down to your situations. See, nobody don't teach y'all that. You know why? Because they don't want you to know what's going on up in that closet. See, he said, knock. What you gonna knock on? Wait a minute. If he said you knock, who you think coming to the door? Who you think coming to the door? He said you seek. Who you think you're seeking for? He said you ask. Who do you think you're asking? What has happened? We went everywhere else. We knocked on every other door. We seeked everybody else for the answer and for the reason. We asked the wrong ones, and they gave us their fleshly understanding, their fleshly emotion, their fleshly opinion. And he didn't tell us to do that. That was supposed to be to him. Because let me tell you something. There have been several times where I bypassed knocking. I started bamming on that door. I started bamming. And you want me to tell y'all something? He come every time. He come every time. So this is what the closet is made of. It's spirit. And it is truth. You're going to come out totally different than when you went in. Because flesh think it's going to get up in there and do what it want to do and say what it want to say. Shut your ugly mouth now and let the spirit of the Ruach HaKodesh have its way with your spirit. Tell your flesh, get somewhere and sit down. He said you can't worship me in your flesh. You got to come to him in your spirit. So learn to go into the closet, y'all. Stop. Don't be shaming and don't be too busy. That's another thing. Too busy. Oh, I don't want to go in there and I don't want to sit and talk. I don't want to know that. Because you know what? If it's finished here, what do you think? It's finished with what? Everything. So anything goes now, y'all. Anything goes. That's why you see a lady and her 2-year-old baby coming out of the store, grocery store, and they get shot down 4 or 5 times. The baby gets shot in the head. You see a newborn in the alley, shot up. A newborn. What man is shooting a newborn baby up? Like, instead that baby gonna get up and whoop their butts, they got to shoot it down. I'm telling y'all missing the whole idea. You need to see enough of I think that people are not really seeing what's actually taking place to where they can measure it to be where Yah said that it is. But if they're not seeing it, then they can't really say, and they're bypassing it, and everybody's going to all these knuckleheads on this platform to tell them this and tell them that, and all the stuff that's actually right there before them so they can learn and be able to help others, that these things are really here. Elderly women getting killed. I mean, and the type of way people getting killed, they ain't getting strangled. These people are getting shot, stabbed 1,000,000 times. I'm exaggerating when I say 1,000,000 times, but it's so many times. You shouldn't be stabbing the flesh that many times. She 83. What did she do? Kung fu you? You see what I'm saying? It just, so much is going on. And we as women keep on bypassing it because it's not bam, bam at our door. But what we don't understand, it's at your door. It's just waiting for that time that it's going to be in your presence. But if you get yourself right in praying and seeking the Most High Yah, first of all, serving Him, worshiping Him, asking Him, what can I do for somebody else outside of those that's easily around me that I can love and I can easily give to them? What can I do to give and gave someone else in the midst of all that's going on? Because I want to be in your presence, serving you, praising you, honoring you. I want to be in that space. And while I'm in that space, all I'm now waiting is for you to pick me up and take me out to where you're going to take us to. And that's what He will do. You'll be the one that He will bring up. Because we are those that are going to be, I don't think I'm going to be living during that time, but there are those that's He's going to take out the 4 corners. Now, a lot of them thinking they just going to shoot to the promised land. No, you ain't, baby. You're going to go through the wilderness. And even through that was a way, that was also a place where He separate everything and everybody. He didn't separate, they separate themselves. All the evil starts showing up and showing out in the wilderness. You see? So when you thinking you escaping Babylon coming down, baby, you still got time to go from the wilderness to the promised land. See, but if you get yourself right in your flesh, shut it down, let your spirit boot up and take you from here, you'll be okay. You will be okay. You will be okay. When He said it's finished, He's not saying it's finished with you serving and worshiping me. No, it's time to rumble in serving and worshiping Him. Because see, that was way at the beginning when He created us. He created us to worship and serve Him. So since we in midnight hour where all the evil is finna cut up, and it is cutting up, we just denied. We're walking around like this. Oh, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. But the thing about it, we seeing it and hearing it, and it become normal. It become okay. I'm comfortable with it. I don't need to go in the closet. I don't need to serve Him and to worship Him because I can deal with this. That's how it's the picture's being painted. You see, to where people don't see nothing going on. Like right now, everybody thinking it's, hey, everything's peaceful. He prophesies about that time. And out of nowhere, it's going to flip this. So be in the right place. So what do we have left? You think you got your husband? You think you got your wife? You think you got your children? No. You only have him now. Him and him only. So you better bag this thing on up in him. Rest therein and let him make it comfortable for you through this journey. And if you make it to that time where he collected that, this is another scary thing, because all this whole one world system and all of that, y'all, guess what? I don't think the United States is going to be part in it. I think they're going to be down. United States going to be down. Right now, with me being so I've taught from the wilderness, United States has already fallen. They've been fell. It's the debris where you're going to be able to see. It's what everybody's waiting for. Now, the elites and the wealthy, they already know it's fallen. It's fell. They already know it. They already know it's gone. Now everybody's waiting for the debris. That's going to come. The debris means when it is blown to pieces. And before it gets to there, the chaos that's going to be within it. Oh, just imagine that. And that's when he's going to pluck his up out of here. You see? You see what I'm saying? But it got to be the chaos, and then boom, and all of a sudden you're starting the trail to the wilderness. You see what I'm saying? But you got to get to that point. No one knows the day nor the hour. So we got to walk in him and desire that we would be the one that he say, I'm out of here. Because this all they're waiting for is who gonna drop that bomb. The thing that y'all don't understand, really honestly, the United States, I don't care if they cut this off. I don't care if they cut me off. The United States, Russia, China, all of them know what Revelation said. They know that the United States is going to be knocked off the map. Someone came to me the other day and said, do you not remember 30 years ago? You said that over and over and over and over. Yes, I did. I said, wait a minute, y'all. This country ain't there. It's not even in the biblical during the Revelation time. So what they're doing is they're tampering with the prophecies, knowing that United States is going down. That's why they sending all the money over to the other country, where they thinking they're going to go down and under and go over to live. This is the wealthy on top of the wealthy, not these here Oprah and them. No, they won't even get a ticket to look at letting on go. These are people who've been plotting evil and wicked for so long. You see, they're going under. Pelosi and all of them, you think they sent all the money over to the country and they still doing it? You think they letting all these refugees come over here for nothing? Them ignorant refugees don't even understand you coming to the land that's about to be destroyed. Hallelujah. You see how still, you know why they want them Africans over here? Y'all send y'all ignorant tales around talking about, oh, they ain't letting them over. They ain't look, who should want to go to the land that's going to be destroyed? What sense does that make? Only one knows that is the wealthy people. The wicked on top of the wicked. They know. So we're going to take it. Ukraine, they thinking that, oh, Russia just knocking you off for nothing. No. That's they said, oh, I'm going to get in trouble, y'all. Woo, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble. See, everybody looking at it. Oh, Russia bombing Ukraine. And then all of them Ukraine is coming over here. Over in Texas, and they're all coming. What kind of stuff? You know why? Not just Ukraine. This has happened in the last 2 years. I think like 4 different countries have some people over. That's the whole idea. They too ignorant to see the prophecy. But Russia know the prophecy. They know that United States has already fallen. Anybody come over here, you come into a land that's about to be destroyed. So it's not like you escaping something from where you're coming. You just come into a land that's going to be 100 guaranteed destroyed. And guess what? The United States knows it. Yeah, they're going to bring those African people over here. They're going to bring them all and put them all in the same pot because they're going to destroy. You know where it's going to come? You're going to start seeing a lot of them, different ones from different nations coming. Because that's that other way of them getting rid of the multitude. Because they know that this land got to come down. They know it already, y'all. They didn't master that book. And guess what? They knows his prophecy will and shall come to pass. They know it. They already see it. They already know it. So that's why they don't care about getting rid of your animals and getting rid of everything, because they already know this is a part of their way of saying, you ain't worth this, and I'm doing this to you. I'm going to make sure y'all don't eat good. I'm going to make sure I put this in your water, make sure it's over, because y'all all going to be destroyed. That's how they looking at it. Let's give them shots. Let's give them this. Let's get this virus out. It don't matter. They all going to be destroyed. Why everybody running around here talking about, oh, they ain't letting the African come in like they letting the Ukraine. You fool, you fool, you fool. That shows you don't know nothing about spirit and truth. You don't know nothing about his prophecy, nor do you know if you're going or coming. You just running all over the place on this devil platform, teaching people a bunch of crap and don't know nothing spirit and truth. See, it was said that the people would go back to their homeland. So why are the people coming back to the land that's going to be destroyed? It don't make sense, do it? They setting them up. They getting them off the land, bringing them to here. So when they nuke, I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna use the word nuke. When they bomb this place, you see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even get it. So because they ain't gonna get it. Because they don't want to understand nothing spirit and truth. They don't want to understand nothing that rests in righteousness. They don't. One thing I'm going to tell y'all something they will not understand. Now, I ain't going to say they don't understand. They won't accept the prophets and the prophetess of Yah. Or they don't want to help them. If they never did for, say, 4,000 or 5,000 4 or 5,000 years, they didn't accept them. Do you think on the year 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, they're going to accept Yah's prophet? No. They would accept the devil's prophets, but they would never accept Yah's prophets. And they're the only one that's coming telling them spirit and truth. And ain't that sad? That's why Sister Deborah can get on this devil platform and say, people can't see that the gate going to still remain narrow. It ain't going to get broad because they got a lot of subscribers and a lot of likes. You still running straight into the broad gate. You ain't going to the narrow gate. You still in the broad gate. Because that's why they praising you. They giving you likes. They giving you praise. You ain't giving you honor. Ain't nothing going up high. It's just coming low to you. So you still running in the narrow gate. You see what I'm saying? But the people won't comprehend it because they are destroyed, like Deuteronomy said. They are destroyed. So if they destroyed and going to be destroyed, not like they are not already, because if we came to a point that we are awakening, look like we would start to unite. Y'all never thought about that, did you? Why ain't we uniting? Since we're coming to some truth, at least we think we are. Why ain't we uniting since we know we serve the Creator? We the children of the Creator. Why ain't we working with each other? Why ain't we giving and giving one another? Why ain't we helping one another? Why ain't we supporting one another? Why ain't we gathering together to bring strength to one another as a whole? Since we say we the children, we're doing everything the opposite of that. Y'all ain't even noticed that, have y'all? We're doing it. Why? Because we are the children of Satan, while we calling ourselves the children of the Most High Yah. Yah got his name branded in his. That's why he told the angels, look, he sent this one angel, go back down there and tell those 4 angels, don't they touch the sea, the trees, or nothing until mine is sealed. Now, why did he have to take another angel, a fifth angel, after he sent the four angels to destroy something? He told that other angel, go down there and tell them, don't you touch it until mine is sealed. See, that's why I like him. He know how to do it. He know how to do it up and down and get it done. And I like that. If you read that, you can see that's stuff we bypass of who he is. He's about what he's saying. He say what he's about. He ain't about all this crap people are saying that he is. He's beyond all that. And we need to stop thinking that he's like unto a man. But I tell you what, take your butt in that closet and you come back and tell me, is he like a man? And you tarry there in that closet until you meet up with him. And if you don't meet up with him, don't come out that closet. And if you come out the closet and you ain't met him, you better go check who you are. Because that's his way of showing you who he is and his greater power that rests therein. That's who he is. All this stuff that's going on, it has its perfect place. It is finished in him. He said, I ain't finna come back to work those people. They don't even understand it. It's been, honestly, 5,000 or more years he's been working with us. And we still took 400 years and wasted. Wake up 25 years. So 375 years, we wake up 25 years, say we are awakening, and still as dumb as we were when we were asleep. Still can't get right. And nobody won't say nothing about it. You see that? Still can't get right and nobody won't say nothing. That's why you know we are destroyed. If you don't read Deuteronomy 28, you go into Isaiah, Ezekiel, and Jeremiah, you'll see them pleading with us, telling us that he already told y'all. And guess what? They had a hard time. They had it hard, y'all, doing what he already done told Abraham, what he already done said in Deuteronomy 28. Them constantly keep telling us this and this and this. Everybody people really don't understand that the first thing that's going to go down is this country in which you all are in, most of you all are in. This is going down. Now, if the elites and all of them above knows that, what game are those who call themselves the children playing when they're not teaching you all what Deuteronomy said that you're going to be destroyed here? Being destroyed here, that's the fleshly mind. Got you in the spirit mind. That's why you need to get your butt in that closet and commune with him in spirit and in truth. Because this man is gone. This man is gone. So you better try to get, while you still in some of your right mind, you better try to get a relationship with him in spirit and in truth. Take your butt in that closet and see, don't you come out changed. And don't just do it one day. Do it for the rest of this life. No, ain't nobody telling you to go in there every day. The young lady that was on here, I was telling her to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, because I think the blessing going to come Friday. But anybody, you go into that closet, once you form a relationship with him in that closet, you're going to find out, you're going to say, when you mean to tell me, this thing is bigger and thicker and deeper than I have ever known it. And why didn't I know this sooner? It's a closet, child. So we went into 3 hours, and that's some deep stuff. I know I went in mostly doing all the talking when I supposed to been doing the listening. When I'm gonna come back tomorrow at 8 p.m. at Central Time, and I'm gonna listen to you all. Okay, at least I'm gonna try to shut my mouth, because there's a time to speak and a time to keep quiet. And it's time for Sister Deborah to shut her mouth. Yep. Go into that closet. So I, Sister Deborah, would say, I appreciate each and every last one of you in the live chat. And I will say, I love you, I love you, I love you. But guess what? A higher love us more than any and everything and person. Try that closet, you guys. So I say to you, have a wonderful good night. I know that you will. And I say, I appreciate each and every last one of you. Shalom and shalom.